Hello, my name is Winnie. Welcome to a Create a Sim / renovation video. I've been working a lot on my save file, which is why I haven't really posted any of my Let's Plays lately. I've also been testing out new mods as well as kind of cleaning out my mods folder just because I definitely have way too many and it was kind of messing up my game a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the patch update and some of my mods are outdated, but I was a little over it. Plus some of the mods I was not really liking too much. If you've seen my Let's Play, there's been a lot of fires, which I thought I took out my more fires mod, which I was very wrong. It was still in there, which is why there were so many fires happening. Anyways, in this video, I decided to showcase the Newbie family. If you're not familiar with my save file, go ahead and check that video out. But basically, I really wanted to add lore and stories into my game, so I really heavily base it off of the alternate universe, like how the creators intended The Sims 4 to be. But I'm also a really big fan of previous Sims games and their lore. I didn't really want to completely replicate all of their stories because, I don't know, I am a little fond of the alternate universe thing. However, I feel like the way EA went about it was not the greatest, just considering the stories that they came up with were not followed through and just it kind of didn't make any sense and were really random. If you've never played any of the previous Sims game and The Sims 4 is your first Sims game, the Newbie family actually was a part of the Sims 1, so the very original Sims game, and they were basically the tutorial family to teach you how to play The Sims when it first came out. And in The Sims 2, they were actually the parents of one of the main or significant characters in Pleasant View named Brandy Broke. However, in The Sims 2, they were already deceased. So, playing off of the alternate timeline, I decided to bring them back, but as elders, so essentially before they passed away. I did end up creating their original house layout from The Sims 1, but I didn't record any of that, so I decided that I would just renovate it. I did start off with the one that I built. I feel like I did a pretty good job. I really do wish that I had recorded it, but I forgot. What I really wanted to do was update their home for sure, but also make it to where it looked like they actually raised their little family here. It is in Willow Creek. I couldn't really decide where else I would want their house to go, so I decided Willow Creek would be the best. I don't imagine them being the most wealthiest family, but you know, they've done well in their life. So they have a pretty decent home. I did only give myself a certain amount of funds, but since I had already built their original house too, I was basing it off of that layout and utilizing what I had already had. I think I ended off with them only having about 2,000 or 3,000 simoleons, which I think is more than enough. Both of them do have careers. I made Bob a fisherman. I really didn't know what else to give him. And then I'm pretty sure I had made Betty a teacher. Again, I really didn't know what to give either one of them in career-wise, but since we do have the ability to give them multiple likes and dislikes, I thought it went pretty well with likes and dislikes I gave them. Whenever I recreate Sims from previous games, I do my research, #dedication. But so while I was doing my research on Bob and Betty, across all of the Sims games, they varied greatly, but I kind of went with the Sims 3 and Sims 2 versions of them. In the Sims 3, they're both teenagers, so I thought that would be pretty accurate to base off of their traits, especially since in The Sims 3 you can have what, like 5 traits, I think it is. So with Bob, he's a slob, he's lazy, and also creative, which is what I gave him in this timeline. And then for Betty, she's good, unflirty, and also creative. When I made them, I did have my aspiration mod in. I ended up taking it out though and fixing it so that it would be shareable. But for their aspirations, I made Bob a serial romantic because, to my surprise, even in The Sims 2, he was a romance sim, and then also in The Sims 3, he also had like a romance aspiration, which kind of surprised me. However, it does make sense since Betty is unflirty. He would probably stray, unfortunately. As for Betty's aspiration, I made her I don't remember what it's called in The Sims 4, but essentially a fortune sim. She wants money and will work hard for it, which I thought was pretty suitable. I can't remember off the top of my head what her aspiration was in The Sims 3. I looked it up. It doesn't say what her aspiration was in The Sims 3, but in The Sims 2, her aspiration was fortune. So I presume she would be a very hardworking woman, especially since in Sims 1, since it's the tutorial family, she would probably want to work hard and earn money so that she could have the best in life, you know? And I've talked about this before in a previous video, but I have pretty fond memories of playing The Sims 1 with my mom. And the Newbie family was actually her favorite family to play with. And when she was trying to teach me how to play, it was of course with the Newbie family. I'm pretty sure my mom's favorite character was Betty Newbie. I was like 6 years old when The Sims 1 came out though, so of course I would play it like how any child would play The Sims, super randomly. I remember the coolest thing about The Sims 1 was the inflatable couch. It was like literally a blow up couch. I don't even know how to explain it. But in real life, I actually had one too. And it popped, which was a very devastating day. But it was great while it lasted. One thing for the save as well, I really try to, one, incorporate the likes and dislikes, which honestly it kind of irritates me just because there's so many, but I also try to leave a few so like while you're playing them or if you play with them, you can decide on their likes and dislikes as well. One thing that annoys me greatly about the likes and dislikes, especially if they don't have all 20, whenever you're playing, it'll pop up for another household that you've played, like, does Zoe like doing fitness? That's super annoying. I've been play testing the save, and also when I correct their relationships and give them their careers and whatnot, that always happens and it irritates the shit out of me. However, I have found a mod for that, so if you can use mods, if you do play with mods, I highly recommend that one. I'll definitely leave a link to it in the description down below if you're interested. Also, I would really love to know if you have downloaded my save file and played with it. And if you have, I would really love to know like what families you like, or if you think I should add any more. Aside from putting in like previous Sims from other games, I have been also implementing my own families as well with their own lore. If you see any of those in the save file and you like them, definitely let me know what you think. I do plan on doing another video, kind of like an update, I guess, and a showcase of some of the families I implemented into Forgotten Hollow and Glimmerbrook, which I thought was pretty suitable since it is spooky month. I know a lot of people are a big fan of Halloween. I for sure am. I do have quite a few ideas for this month. I do also do a lot of sim edits. You should totally check out my Instagram because I have quite a few ideas for some Halloween themed edits. I'm also really obsessed with poses, so I do take a shit ton of pictures of my Sims. And editing has been a lot of fun, both with sim edits and recording. I think it would be pretty cool to get into machinimas, but that looks super difficult. But who knows, maybe one day I'll dabble in it. But I know that it takes a lot of hours, but it would still be pretty cool to know how to do it, or even just make a little mini one. I personally really like watching machinimas. I remember when I would play Sims 2, I was probably like a preteen, but they had the Sims 2 website where you can go and like post screenshots and make up your own little Sim stories. And then eventually people started making videos of their Sim stories, which I didn't know at the time, but you know, now they're considered machinimas, which is pretty crazy to think how far The Sims has come, both with game wise and then also like creator content wise. I was watching Plumbella's new video today where she was like ranking Sims based off of like whether they were like pure or toxic. And one of the Sims that she had ranked was Dustin Broke, which is actually technically the Newbie's grandson. I can't remember which one she put it in, but it was like the next one up from pure, just because he was in the criminal career and whatnot. And I saw people debating in the comments about how they disagree and think that he should have been put in the pure category, which in a sense I do kind of agree with. In my mind, in the way that I always played The Sims 2 with the Broke family, was that Brandy is a secondary fortune sim. So her husband mysteriously dies from a pool ladder accident, and she is the culprit. Like, she's friends with Dina Caliente, who is also a fortune sim primary, and she's a gold digger, literally marries old men so that she can get their riches after they pass away. Whereas Brandy, she was already married, has a family, but learns about life insurance. But since Skip Broke is broke, he didn't have much of any life insurance. So unfortunately, she just ends up being broke without any husband and 3 kids. But other people in the comment section were saying that they think that Skip Broke was there when Bella got abducted, so then like the Caliente sisters got rid of him, or after he passed away, since he was a part of the criminal career, the mob or whatever came and killed him for something, and then initiated Dustin Broke into becoming a criminal. I don't know, it was pretty crazy, and I thought that was pretty funny because I always considered Brandy being the culprit of murdering her husband. Let me know what you think happened to Skip Broke. I still believe that it was Brandy who murdered her own husband for the check. I really miss playing The Sims 2. Unfortunately, my game keeps getting corrupted and I can't figure out why, so as for now, that game is on the back burner for me, which really sucks because I was having so much fun. I wish I could figure out why the game keeps getting corrupted, but oh well. I did go really hard on mods and custom content, especially custom content, so maybe I'll try and ease up on it the next time that I reinstall it into my computer. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not too much of a builder. I do like recreating builds, but from the top of my head, I really can't build for crap. I do really enjoy renovating houses though, or not renovating, but like decorating, furnishing. Playing with the Dream Home Decorator game pack was very short-lived for me, but I did have a lot of fun with it. I think my sim got to like maybe level 7. And that's actually what got me started on recreating a whole save file, was redecorating all the Sims houses, but also at the same time of redecorating their house, I would also give the Sims a well-needed makeover. And it was actually when I was redecorating, or well, giving the Pleasant Twins a makeover, I was like, they're cute, but I prefer the teenager versions of them. Plus, the two that came with University were just kind of there. Same with Dustin and Dirk that came with Get what was that? Get Famous? I literally never interact with those Sims or play with them. There was one time where I was playing with Dirk Dreamer, but it was by random. My sim just randomly met him at like a celebrity meet and greet, and they started dating briefly, but that was really it. And I've never interacted with either of them ever again. I know I keep changing the subject over and over, but I keep running out of things to talk about and then think about something and yeah, so on. But one thing I did want to mention was that I actually hit 100 subscribers, which is really cool. I never expected to get any more than just a couple, like a handful. So it's really awesome that I hit 100. So thank you very much if you are subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, I hope that you stick around for more content that I put out. I would like to start putting out more consistently too, but it has been pretty difficult. Mostly just getting the hang of recording and like editing and whatnot, not getting distracted by other things that I have to do. However, since I have hit 100 subscribers, I have been thinking about doing like a little giveaway. It's not set in stone, but it has been on my mind. I know I'm like such a small YouTuber, like hardly even relevant at all, but one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel was for one, sharing my love for The Sims, because I honestly am obsessed. And I really enjoy watching other content creators, Sims videos and Let's Plays and whatnot, or even on Instagram, following people who make Sim stories, Sim edits. I think the Sims community is really, really awesome. And personally, whenever I'm having like a bad day or had long days at work or just being really stressed out, I would always come home and play The Sims. You know, it's always been a really good outlet for me. I'm sure for a lot of other people too, it's probably the same way. I'm also extremely appreciative that, you know, people are enjoying what I put out. So thank you, person watching this video, if you do enjoy what I put out, hopefully, especially if you've made it this far. But yeah, so I've been thinking about doing a giveaway, basically was that whole rant was about. Definitely stick around and keep your eyes peeled for an official announcement, because again, I'm still working out like how to go about it. I will say though, it most likely will be a giveaway of like a game pack or expansion, whatever, your choice, winner's choice, you know what I mean. But so yeah, keep an eye out for that, because I definitely really want to do that. Like I said numerous times, The Sims is my favorite game ever. If I enjoy it this much, I'm sure other people enjoy it this much. And I know that a lot of people can't always buy game packs or expansions or what have you every time they come out. I get it. Luckily, I am able to get majority of them, well, pretty much all of them whenever they come out. And it sucks knowing that a lot of people can't get the ones that they want. So I want to be able to give that happiness to somebody else. You feel me? I'm pretty thankful that my mom was a big gamer herself. So growing up, she did always try to buy me pretty much all of the expansion packs for every single Sims game, whether it was Sims 1, Sims 2, or Sims 3. That's probably a big reason too why I really enjoy playing The Sims. One, for the sole fact that my mom really heavily but encouraged me to play The Sims. Not only The Sims, but like Zelda, Mario, Kirby. Those were like some of the few games that she showed me or that we would play together, and I definitely hold all of those near and dear to my heart. Now I'm getting all nostalgic. I really want to play Galaga. But I guess that's pretty on par with the theme of the Newbies because they are an OG Sims family. And now my mind's flooded with a bunch of games that I used to play growing up. Does anybody remember Crazy Taxi? I remember me and my brother would play that all the freaking time, over and over and over. I know Mortal Kombat is still relevant, but I remember playing that all the time too. Oh, since we're on Brandy's room, I was gonna go I was gonna go with like a child's theme room, but then I thought like she grew up in this house, becoming a teenager and whatnot. It wouldn't make sense that she would keep her child things all throughout her teenage years. Maybe just a few. So that's kind of what I went through there. And then also with Bob and Newbie's bedroom, or Bob and Betty's bedroom, it is very lackful in color. I realize I did have a very difficult time trying to add color and whatnot. It just didn't work out. I believe I did leave like a green rug and a little plant on the dresser, but other than that, I fully understand that it is very plain. Now back to the video game nostalgia. Does anybody remember Monkey Ball? That was another game me and my brother used to play all the time. I actually was gonna buy it for PlayStation 4 recently, maybe last Christmas, but I ended up not buying it. I do think that they have it for the Switch, but I don't know if it's the same as how it used to be for like GameCube. I'm not sure, but if you have any video games that you remember from your childhood, definitely let me know down below. I love video games, and like I said, since my mom was a big video gamer herself, we definitely always had a lot. Anywho, the video is almost coming to an end, and I do have screenshots from before and after. Definitely let me know what you think, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening to me babble. Also, keep your eyes peeled for more information on the giveaway I plan on doing. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe so that you can be a part of the giveaway as well when that happens. Don't forget to give this video a like, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.